It's all normal again. Oh, okay. Let me know if you cannot hear it. Oh my gosh, this is so flashback. Oh my god.
Well, hello. We've been waiting for you. Please sign in. We've got a busy day ahead. If you're new to this school, please use the keyboard to enter your name.
Emails. Enter.
Please enter and have a seat. Sit up straight, no slouching in this classroom. Is that gum in your mouth?
No, it's a wild bear Pop-Tart.
My mistake.
It's a wild berry Pop-Tart, man. Very good. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh. Uh-oh. Hi. I don't remember that.
If Professor Sparks had meant for me to fly, he'd have given me wings. But what could I do? This mission is too important. You startled me. I didn't think anyone would be here. Hey, you've got that, the transquizzer.
The thing?
Now be careful with that thing. Don't drop it.
Transquizzer?
The future of the world may depend on that little machine in your hands. That is, if I'm not too late. There's just so little time and so much to do.
Uh-oh.
Listen, I need your help. And if you think you can handle it, you can help me save the world. I am Android XL2, but you can call me Botley. That's what Professor Spark calls me. His daughter Polly calls me... Well, never mind what Polly calls me.
Why?
I'm not getting to the point, am I?
No.
Here, let me start from the beginning. This morning, Polly's father, he left for another one of his famous inventors' conventions, and he put it on me to keep an eye on Polly. I'm supposed to keep her out of trouble. With Polly, that's always tough.
Oh, jeez.
Today, it was impossible. After coming home from school and madder than I've ever seen her, Polly locked herself in her father's secret chamber. Now, I really shouldn't tell you this because I've been programmed for secrecy, but this being a world emergency,
wait a minute.
Well, the professor has an honest-to-goodness time machine up there, and it really works. Not only that, but Polly sent 25 of the other androids back in time. The whole world is
No, you're good.
And the changes
You're good, Tori. No worries.
all over them.
I want to watch that later. If I wasn't streaming tonight, I would be watching that playing Key.
By pogo stick. An orangutan has just been
Although I will say I straight up
United States in a landslide.
Had to
And the Statue of Liberty.
I peeked in on live stream and I was like, nope, gotta leave because it's stuff that I haven't encountered yet.
It's all happening so quickly. But with your help, I think we can rescue all the androids and maybe stop the world from getting too weird. Just hand me the transquizzer. I think it's got all the information we need to get started. Cool. Now hang on tight and come with me.
I have no clue if they still teach the same stuff in 3rd grade or like teach any of this stuff anymore around this age. That this is like meant for. But if they do, I gotta say, I'm really excited for the kiddos to play this. Kiddo 1 has been loving Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo. Oh my gosh. It's great. She won't play any of the other ones, but she will play Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo. And she tried Freddy Fish, but I think she got frustrated because she couldn't figure out.
Well, this is it. Home sweet home. Polly should be inside. Oh, that was funny. Watching that poor dumb robot flying back in time. I couldn't ask for a better way to spend the afternoon. In another day, the world will see the dawning of Polly's planet. Whoops! It seems there's someone at the door. Let's take a little peek.
So, I think it said either he locked her up, like her dad locked her up, or she locked him up in the lair, which is kind of, either way, that is questionable, to say the least.
You're back. I've been looking for you. My name is Botley. I can see you've brought help, and you've got the Transquizzer. She knows we need it to save the world. Didn't my father teach you it's rude to tell secrets, Rotley? Well, I suppose he's told you his side of everything.
Oh,
but what does he know? Today, when I was at school, the teacher handed us a surprise quiz. I already knew all the answers, and she knew I knew them. So, just to have some fun, I made up my own answers to that dumb old quiz. But instead of laughing like she was supposed to, she gave me a big fat 0. I felt faint and short of breath. No one's ever given me a 0 before. Well, that's not quite true, Polly. I remember just 2 weeks ago. Be quiet, Plotley. This is my story. Anyway, after getting my first 0 ever, I got the most brilliant idea. Instead of settling for a bad grade, I changed history to match my answers. So you sent 25 of your father's robots back in time to change history?
That is diabolical.
How did you do that, Polly? Please, Botley, if you're so
that's
scared,
not cool.
why don't you just bring him back yourself? You've got my Transquizzer. Now all you need are the questions on my history quiz. To make it so easy even you can figure it out, I'll leave the disc with the first part of the test on the first
That was a
floor.
low blow, man.
That's 5 questions total. Just plug that disc into the Transquizzer. Then figuring out where I sent the robots should be simple. Oh, by the way, you have to get in the house first. And I've changed the locks. Good luck.
Rude.
Oh, that's just great. How are we going to get into the mountain? You see, the professor's lock system only opens when you reproduce the chimes you hear. Ring the doorbell to start the chimes. That will start the unlocking mechanism.
Okay.
Just listen closely and repeat what you've heard by clicking on the correct door panels.
Oh, okay.
All right. You're doing great.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oops. Okay, okay. I got it.
Way to go. Good job. You opened the lock.
Okay. We're almost there.
Only one more lock to go. That's it.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
And follow me. First,
got it.
let me put this in a safe place.
Wait, what?
It's the utility belt that Professor Spark designed for me, and it's quite an achievement. Over there's a button that will take you out of any room in the mountain.
Oh, gosh.
The indicator next to it tells you how much energy is left to power the mountain. Now, if you ever need assistance, push on this button, and I'll do what I can to help. In the middle of the belt is the inventory. That's where we can store things we find in the mountain. The Transquizzer, for instance. Professor Spark has set up a lot of games inside the mountain for Polly, me, and the other robots. If you click on this button, you can make some of them harder or easier to play. Finally, this score keeps track of how many invention points we earn. By opening the door, you've already earned a few points. Now, our destiny.
Destiny.
This is the professor's home and laboratory. It's an entirely self-sufficient
Oh my
environment.
goodness.
We don't have to leave the
Oh
mountain
my
for anything.
goodness.
The professor even included recreational and cultural activities, so he and Polly wouldn't get bored.
That's,
Over there's the kitchen, where we feature the very finest robot cuisine. Back there's the art gallery. Through that door is the music hall.
To
When
kind of
Polly
like,
takes her weekly music lesson there, the whole
I don't know.
place clears out.
I feel
Behind that door
like that's a
stairs leading to the
little
professor's jumbo
isolated.
If necessary, we might have to go down there to power up.
It's a little isolated.
Finally, that stairway leads to the
Snitch.
upper floors, filled with the professor's inventions. His most amazing invention, the time machine, is at the very top. Maybe later we'll have time to explore, but now we have to stop Polly from making the world too weird. To do that, we need to find that quiz disc.
I love that it's
there it is.
specifically
Pull out
from
the
making
transquizer by
everything
clicking on
too
the
weird.
inventory button on the utility belt.
It's not from like destroying the world or changing history, like in that regard. It's just like from making everything too weird. Okay. Wait, which door am I pick? Hold on. This one?
Pull out the transquizer by clicking on the inventory button on the utility belt.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got it.
All right, it looks like the disc should be
I heard,
inserted
but then
into
I
the slot
didn't.
near the top of the transquizer. Good morning, Polly. I hope you've studied for the quiz today. You may have a lot of natural ability, but even geniuses need to study. That's Polly's teacher, Ms. Winkle. At that school on the hill, everything's state-of-the-art. All the quizzes are personalized, programmed, and videotaped by the teacher. Pretty cool, huh? Now, today's quiz is all about inventions and discoveries, something you should know plenty about, Polly. But no fair asking your father for help. There are 25 questions total, Polly. 5 on each of the 5 discs I've passed out to you and the rest of the class. That's 5 different levels. So, sit up straight, put on your thinking cap, and select your first question.
All right.
Okay, what we should do first is select one of the quiz questions. Just click on any one of the 5 buttons near the bottom of the transquizer. Since we've got to bring all the robots back, the order doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Click on the yellow start button if you want to hear this question.
Oh, okay.
People once thought the Earth was the center of the universe and everything revolved around it. That's because when they looked up in the
This
sky,
woman
the
has no
sun and the
nose.
stars all appeared to be moving around the Earth.
Why doesn't she have a
Nice
nose?
idea, but appearances can be deceiving. Today
Why
you know
doesn't
that
she
the
have a
Earth
nose?
revolves around what? Miss Winkle, as everybody knows,
Where is your
I'm the center of
nose,
the
ma'am?
universe.
That is the real question. Can you smell anything?
You're exactly
What is happening?
Right. The whole world revolves around you.
Are you an actual human or is this
Polly
like
is just
AI?
Too much to bear. She used to think she was the center
What
of
is
the
happening?
universe. Now she really is.
I
We need
wonder.
to go back in time and straighten this mess out, or life as we know it will change drastically. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizer.
Okay. That'd be really weird if like everything did revolve around a singular person.
So happens, Sutley, that I
Like, how
realized
would
long
that
ago
even...
you would try to mess up my work, so I covered my tracks by hiding clues.
I don't really
all over the
understand how
map.
that would work.
4 clues total. Well, Polly, okay. It looks like we have no choice but to play by your rules, as unfair as they are. Just tell us what we need to find for this mission.
Well, because like you could
It won't be so
argue
bad.
that because she is on Earth,
Cosmobot to put me in the center of the universe. You can get him back if you find these 4 clues.
it wouldn't be
A sundial, a postage
that.
stamp, and a dollar
This is
bill.
weird.
But why mess up?
Why am I thinking about this? So she's on Earth.
Cosmobot and I never used to get along. But now
Holy
we're
crap!
pals. I can't
Hi.
believe Polly pre-programmed him for her selfish
I'm playing a
purposes.
game from my
We have to
childhood.
find those clues and get Cosmobot back.
I
Stand
don't
back now
know.
while I sense the
I
place out.
think I'm on an ad break now, but
Hey, we're
I
in luck.
know,
I sense a
guys.
mission clue in the music hall.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
There's
music
also
hall.
a mission clue in the professor's virtual collection.
Oh,
That's in the art
what?
gallery.
Oh, okay. Where's the music hall? Is that the music hall? What's the music hall? I don't even know. Oh, okay. So, like, the first question was, like, what does the Earth revolve around? And she said that it revolved around herself.
Museum and an art studio combined.
And that made me think.
There is his virtual
I
collection,
haven't seen you do
where
it.
the professor keeps
I bought
a
a
display of
special
some of the
for
most
this
famous
because I
works
really
of
wanted
art
to
in the
play.
world. You can also go into the painting gallery in the
Hold
back to
on.
create your own masterpiece. Don't forget to bring your imagination.
Okay.
If
What
you're
is
going to visit
that?
the gallery, you let me know if you find any of Polly's things hidden in there. If I've told her once, I've told her 1,000 times. Don't mess up the collection. Of course, she doesn't listen to me. Why, once I found a Romanesque urn next to a Baroque.
That's Mrs. Beasley. She's the resident art expert.
I had a Mrs. Beasley. She wasn't the art teacher, though.
Roman statues in here.
I heard that, you hotshot silicon chipsters. So smart and so fast, and so what? I've got more sense in my vacuum tubes than a lot of you.
So...
Well, if we have any questions about the art, we'll be sure to ask you.
Oh my
Check out the virtual collection. I sense there's a mission clue there.
Okay, I'm assuming that's this. But first I'm going to say, I had this thought of like, so she's going back and changing history so that it fits her answers, right? So that she's correct. And if she says that the Earth or the world revolves around her, or like the universe revolves around her, what's weird is that then it would just fit with what people used to think, because she is on Earth. So then everything would revolve around Earth. And it's just like, but then what if she went into like a spaceship and went elsewhere? Then would everything just like shift to revolve around her? It's weird. It's weird. Why am I thinking about this? Why am I thinking about this? I don't know. I assume this is the...
Okay, Botley and Company. There is a clue in the virtual collection. You just
Okay.
have to figure out where.
God, I'm
Would it be
cold.
too much to ask you for a little hand, Polly? Quick, Snotley. What U.S. state is famous for its peaches?
Peaches from Georgia are famous all around the world. And Georgia happens
That
to be
was
the
so
first
random.
name of an artist whose portrait I love. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
See that drum on the right side of the machine? That
Okay.
displays tiny pictures of all the works in the collection. If you click on any of the pictures, Mrs. Beasley will tell you a little bit about it and help you decide if it's the work you want to see.
Okay, she said something about peaches.
If the work you want isn't on the display, pull this lever to check out a different category. Mrs.
Okay.
Beasley, can you remind my friend about which of the professor's works of art we're looking for?
You're looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. I would say, I'm like, Peaches. She said something about Peaches. I'm like, who has the last name Peaches? What? Sorry. We're good.
This picture
Georgia.
was painted 400 years ago, when people would have instantly known that it was telling the story of Saint Martin.
It's not going to be
the
either of
beggar.
these. Oh. Wait. That's it? Oh, okay.
This Egyptian wall was painted with pictures that told stories.
Okay. Oh! Wait. Tells stories.
This vase from ancient Greece is decorated with figures that tell a story, just
Oh.
like modern-day comic strips.
Wait, hold on. What?
If you want to change the category being displayed in the machine, click on the lever near the bottom of the display.
Oh, it's just all of them tell stories.
If you want to hear a little bit about any of the works of art in the category, click on it once. If you want to select the work of art and see it up close and big, click on it again.
The cloth is an embroidered tapestry that tells the A tapestry is created by sewing colored threads onto cloth. This one is called the Bayeux Tapestry and was embroidered to tell the story of how the French beat the English in an historic battle over 900 years ago.
Okay.
This photograph records the moment when the tracks were joined on the
Wait.
first railroad that ran from coast to coast.
Wait, why can I not see that?
Since the invention of the photograph, historical moments have been captured less and less by painters and more by photographers. Here you see the moment in 1869 when the tracks were joined on the first railroad in America that went from coast to coast. This paint, you're looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia. On a cold Christmas morning, George Washington surprised the British troops by crossing the Delaware. Do you think the crossing really looked like this? Probably not. The painter was less interested in telling the true history of the crossing of the Delaware than in showing that General Washington was a great hero.
Okay, so how am I supposed to get Georgia from any of these?
The artist who painted this found beauty in the most ordinary of things, even a simple kitchen maid pouring water from a pitcher. Notice the light spilling in from the window and the water spilling into the bowl. Jan Vermeer was a Dutch painter who found intense beauty in scenes of
so that gives me an
life.
actual name.
This is one of the early... You're looking at one of the oldest...
Okay, so it's not going to be that.
It's looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia. George painted this blurry scene of musicians at a sideshow. Surratt applied the paint to the canvas.
Of an artist? She's the...
You're looking for a portrait of an artist named Georgia. George Surratt painted this blurry...
Of a portrait... Hold on. I didn't realize that. A portrait.
When you look at this painting, ask yourself this.
Jeez Louise. Pay attention.
When the King of Spain
Gosh.
told Velázquez to paint his portrait, Velázquez decided to paint the king in an incredibly expensive and noble outfit. They say that clothes make the man. In this
Velázquez.
case,
That sounds familiar.
Because the portrait painter dressed him in fine silk and lace. When the King of Spain told Velázquez to paint his portrait, Velázquez decided to paint the king in an incredibly expensive and noble outfit. They say that clothes make the man. This full-length portrait, you're looking for a... James Whistler painted this portrait. This is a... Over time, photographs have become the most popular way of capturing a person's portrait. This portrait is a photograph of one of America's most important artists, Georgia O'Keeffe, standing in front of one of her beautiful paintings.
How do I...
Did you notice the regal profile of her face? Georgia O'Keeffe moved to New Mexico and began painting mysterious
How do I choose it?
of the desert landscape around her.
That's it.
Hey, that was a lucky guess. And according to Polly's book of
My brain did not...
Truly, lucky guesses don't count. So
I need to listen to what they're saying.
You'll have to work a lot harder than that to win.
I could have taken us so much less time.
Uh-oh. It's a puzzle Polly thinks only she's smart enough to finish. But I think you can do it too. You just have to line up the tiles so that all their sides match. Click on any puzzle piece to lift it off the display. Then click on any other piece and they'll change places. All the pieces aren't right side up though, so sometimes you'll have to rotate them.
Oh.
You can do that by hitting the rotate button right there at the bottom of the display. While you're playing, Mrs. Beasley will tell you stuff about what you're looking at. She knows everything there is to know about the works of art Polly used to create this puzzle.
Oh, this is a beautiful
What was that?
Filled with things made by Native Americans.
That was a sound.
Favorite pieces are here.
That was a sound. Oof. Okay. But would that go there? Oh, okay, I need to... That is such a weird sound. Oh my gosh. But that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right at all. No. That doesn't look right at all. Where did I put that? That also looks weird, but that's definitely not right. Okay. Okay. Some of these I'm a little bit confused.
I bet Polly's got steam coming out her ears. She can't stop you. Let's get the mission clue and go.
Oh, okay.
Great job. Now put it into your inventory.
Okay.
Go. I've sensed a mission clue in the music hall.
Oh, so that, okay.
This is the door to the professor's concert hall, which he usually keeps locked so none of the less musical robots around here pound too hard on the piano. But the door doesn't open with a key. Instead, it uses a password. Hey, Beethoven!
Beethoven?
Huh?
That
Hello?
is great.
Who's there? Oh, Bartley, it's just you.
I love that.
You should have called my name instead of just
God, it's been too
around
long.
out there.
Sure. Okay, listen, Polly's up to no good again, and we're trying to stop her. We're having trouble with this lock. Can you help us?
Now, Bartley, if I just gave you the answers, Polly would reboot me in a heartbeat. But if you're really having trouble figuring out one of the words, click on the button next to it, and I'll see what I can do. Good luck.
Okay. What you must do is unscramble the letters on the left side of the door to create 4 words.
All right. All right, I can do this. I can do this.
Rain.
Man, you're...
I got this. I got this.
Wind.
Man,
If Nancy
you're
Drew
moving.
has taught me anything, it is how to bust a small anagram.
Terrific. We're almost in.
Anything larger than 5 letters, I'm stumped.
You figured out all 4 words. Now, can you unscramble the password?
Case in point. What? Oh! Okay, I got it. I got it. Took a second. No, no. There.
That is correct. The password is weather.
Weather.
The door's open, and the crowd goes wild.
Wow. I love that he puts that on there.
This is the Mountains
okay.
Music Hall. This is where rehearsals are held by our award-winning all-robot chorus, headed by Maestro Trombot. Of course,
I would find that very lonely.
Right now. To hear their sweet dulcet tones just one
To
more
be
time.
up there, like up on a mountain all by yourself, just because
Shh, Bartley.
presumably, like it
my
seems like
perfect
her dad just
senses.
didn't want her to go anywhere.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la,
La,
ti,
ti,
do. There we go.
do.
Sorry, Maestro.
Do,
The
ti,
pilots
la,
put
so,
us on
fa,
a
mi,
bit of
re,
jam, and the future of
do.
civilization is at stake.
Mamma
Do, re,
mia.
mi, fa,
If she
so,
would only
la, ti,
practice her arias,
do.
she wouldn't have the time or
Do,
the
ti, la, so,
inclination
fa,
to
mi, re,
destroy the
do.
world. Music has such a civilizing influence. Although her voice, let's just say it's not music to my ears.
Oh, jeez.
I heard that, Maestro. You just don't appreciate my instrument.
Why does her voice remind me
You have
of
a quality.
Angelica from
I've got
Rugrats?
scads and scads of quality. But what Nutley here wants is the mission clue I hid here. In order to get it, though, he'll have to play me a song. Not just any song, though. I want to hear this song. And please play it right, Dingbot. My delicate ears can't handle even one sour note. You
She
mess
is
up,
so mean.
you get nothing. Nada. Zilch. Nuts.
I just realized that her hair looks literally
You know,
like
if
a
you
helmet
like,
has been
you
placed
can
on her
play
head.
the
A helmet
organ
with two
the top row of number keys on your keyboard.
Click
plastic
on the music
pigtails.
tablet to play that tune.
Okay.
How did she... it seems that you have your work cut out for you, dear Bartley.
Okay.
You see, the music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you. Then you should have little trouble rearranging those musical phrases until they're in the right order. Click on the button next to the phrase to hear the music start on it. Then click on the phrase to move it to another slot.
Okay.
If you click on the play button, you can play the entire piece as it's arranged on the music tablet.
Okay.
You can even change the instrument it's played with by selecting one of the instruments on this panel.
Nope. That's actually not bad. I do not like the awkward pause in between the things, but you know, whatever. What else?
You did it!
That was easy. Give me something harder, man.
This song is called Yankee Doodle.
Yankee Doodle into
You know,
town.
a macaroni is a type of feather people used to wear in their hats.
Interesting.
I bet you never knew that.
I remember hearing that like once in my life, probably in 3rd grade.
Beautiful work. Now put the mission clue in your inventory so we can
Okay,
dance
what in the
on out of
world?
here.
What is that?
No mission clues here. Let's try another floor.
I don't know what that was. It looked questionable.
You'll see that as we go up higher in the mountain, the
Ooh,
professor's inventions get more secret and bizarre. Here we
I
have the
love
professor's
that one.
delicate biosphere.
I
And over
loved
there,
that
we have the
one.
professor's shrinkomatic, an easy way to shed a few robot particles.
Guys,
That tram there will take us even further up into the mountain.
this one was so
Some
cool.
of the professor's other inventions.
I feel
including his
like-
famous time machine. If you want to go back to the first floor, click on these stairs. Sensors
Why
on.
is there
I'm gonna
like
run
a
a sweep of
weird
this floor.
partial
Okay, all
skeleton?
sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the professor's biosphere.
Yes. Okay. I remember this. And I remember loving it.
See that glass dome? That's Professor
Okay.
Spark's biosphere. In it, he can grow anything he wants from any part of the world.
That is so
Kind of
cool.
like a vegetable zoo. And to protect the biosphere from outside contamination, the professor has set up a remote control way of
God, my
working
hands are cold.
inside it. See over there? Those are explorers the professor designed to fly into the biosphere. And on that monitor is where you can watch the explorer as you maneuver it anywhere you want. Inside, there are 5 different environments to check out. A desert, a rainforest, a mountain
Oh my
range,
goodness.
a grassland, and even an ocean. Each one contains
Okay.
plants and animals you might find in those places.
Okay.
Oh, Muttley, over here.
That would be really cool to
Daddy
have.
doesn't deserve all the credit. I planted some things in the biosphere, too. Sure, Polly. Whatever
What'd you
say.
do?
I did. You don't have to believe me, but I just thought you might be interested in knowing that I planted a mission clue in there. You can't get your poor robot friend back without it. Don't expect me to tell you where I hid it, though.
Oh my
That
goodness.
would be too easy. Polly, the biosphere's huge. You're expecting us to find a needle in the haystack, so to speak.
Basically.
Relax, Nutley. I know Daddy didn't exactly overload you with smarts. I guess I can even the playing field and give you some hints along the way. And here's your first hint. Get one of those explorers launched. Even you should be able to understand that. Boy, someday. Well, let's launch one of these babies and see what Polly's got in store for us inside that biosphere. Click on the launch button on the console to send the explorer inside.
This? It just picks one? Okay. I can't remember. Do I need to use my keyboard for that?
Okay. Now we can navigate the explorer around the biosphere by watching it on this monitor. Click on the monitor for a closer look. This is weird. It seems like the explorer is underground. I guess what we need to do is fly up into the biosphere. That should be right above us. To fly the explorer, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. Press the up arrow to blast the explorer forward. And press the
I love how I
right
can't.
arrows to rotate it.
Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay. Okay.
These questions are easy, but then again, everything's easy for me.
I forgot.
Which
This
animal
game
flies
seems
highest in
like...
the air? A grasshopper, a vulture, or a vampire bat?
a vulture.
Just a lucky guess.
That's not lucky. That's just like bird knowledge. Also, so she knows all of this stuff.
Take it
But
this mind bender.
okay.
Which house is made of dry mud? An igloo, a greenhouse, or an adobe hut? I knew you'd get that one.
Okay. Okay. Do I have to go through? Am I doing
This
everything?
brain tickler is sure to leave you high and dry. What do you call a dry riverbed? A marsh, an arroyo, a waterfall?
I'm assuming this
Yeah, so you got it right.
because the other two are very obviously not that. Oh, I can't go through that? Well, that sucks. Can I go over here? I don't know what the little sparkles do. I don't remember. So she knows all of this like little bit of knowledge, but
I'll try to figure this one out. Which bird pecks a hole in the side of large plants and trees to build its nest?
I mean, come on.
A pelican, a woodpecker.
I mean, come on.
That was way too easy.
It was way too easy, sweetheart. That was way too easy. Okay, I'm gonna go up. I assume, whoa! Oh gosh, don't crash. Don't crash. Nope, shoot. I'm not very good at navigating this, okay.
Here's a tough question that's bound to hold you back. What do you call an area with fresh water and plant life? An oasis, a sand dune, or an iceberg? Everyone knows that.
Well, you're also putting like
Good
nonsense
job.
answers
We're
on
above
there,
ground.
so.
The professor reproduced 5 different environments here. You have to
Holy
find the one where
mackerel.
Polly hid her clue. Press the space bar to launch a probe. It'll give you an eyewitness view of what's down there. Then match what you find with Polly's hints. When you think you figured out the right environment, land the Explorer in the designated landing pad. Each environment has one.
Wait. Hit the space... What? Oh my gosh. This is bonkers.
Macro recorder indicates a bird that pecks a hole in the side of a saguaro cactus to build its nest. Other birds sometimes move into its nest. This is a woodpecker.
Okay, so am I finding these in here? I am so confused. Help.
You can fly from one end of the biosphere to the other. Just watch out that you don't crash into any mountains or trees. Each of the environments has a landing pad in it. That's your destination when you figure out which environment Polly is talking about.
I mean...
Touchdown! You landed safely. Now, if you want to open this box, click on a key on the console.
I mean...
That was nice work.
I would say, I'm like, am I...
Okay, all
That
systems
seemed
indicate
way
that
too
Polly's
easy.
in a mission clue in the shrinking machine room.
Like, I feel like normally I have to at least... Like, before I would have to at least go to a completely different area. Oh, I hated this one. Oh, I hated this one. No.
Well, one of them anyway.
Ugh.
Something or other.
I was always so bad at this one.
Shrink-o-matic. It can reduce anything or anyone to the size of a medium-large molecule with the help of my good friend Egbert.
Oh yes.
Egbert.
So if you want to know about any
I love the
of my
pencil behind his ear.
specimens, just pick up this analyzer and click on it. But please
Okay.
don't hurt the specimens.
Well, that'll come in handy when you go searching for the mission clue, because I miniaturized it and hid it inside one of those specimens.
Why?
Polly, give us a hint.
Ew.
Hey, Potley, okay. Anything to stop your whining. When this specimen stings, its poison is quite delicious.
Only sea slugs eat
Wait.
the stings of this specimen. I wouldn't recommend that anyone else try it.
So we have to figure out which specimen Polly is talking about.
A what?
That's where Egbert will come in handy. Use his analyzer to get information on any of the specimens and to help you determine which is the right one. When you think you know the right specimen, hand the analyzer back to Egbert.
Okay.
Then move the specimen over to the shrink-o-matic. Once it's there, Egbert can shrink me to the size of a molecule. Then I can dive into the specimen and find what we're looking for.
Only sea slugs. Oh my gosh.
Squid. A squid is a 10-armed octopus. The octopus lives at the bottom of the sea. It uses its 8 tentacles to grab lobsters and crabs. Octopus. The tadpole. Tadpole. Slug. A slug looks like a snail that came out of it. Salmon. The sea anemone. The simple jellyfish. Jellyfish have soft bodies with long tentacles. The tentacles of a jellyfish contain a powerful...
Sea slugs.
Think that's the right specimen? If so, just click on the microscope on the floor.
Ready, Botley?
I think so.
Tight.
He
It's
mentioned sea
just
slugs.
right, I'm told.
'Tis a far better thing, harder.
Oh gosh.
If you chose the right specimen, the object Polly hid should be somewhere inside that giant molecular thingamabob up there.
Okay.
You just have to bat me into that stuff until it's revealed. Click on the mouse button to launch me into inner space, then use the mouse to move the magnet. I can't stay small forever, though, so try to get through the molecules before I return to my regular size. I won't last more than 10 rounds in here, so you have to work quick. Click on the mouse to launch me.
This is bonkers. Wait, what happened? What happened? Oh, I must have accidentally... No, okay. This is aggravating. Okay. I'll just do it over here. Yeah, I remember that. That is a sound. That is not a sound I like. Okay. Okay, that was something. Boop. Boop. Jeez Louise. That was productive. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where there's just like, I keep going back and forth because I can't seem to hit anything because so much is already gone. Oh, shoot. I feel like so many people who play Nancy Drew now used to play like Carmen Sandiego. I never played Carmen Sandiego. I played this, and yet here I am. Okay. Bam. Oh, come on. Is this what is this Barnacle Blast? That's it. Barnacle Blast. That's what it reminds me of. Okay. Oh, now we're getting to the tiring part. Come on. Okay, that's I didn't need you to hit that one. Okay, that's something. I believe in you. I swear, if this isn't the right thing. But he said only sea slugs would eat it, and like this mentioned sea slugs. Oh, shoot.
Ouch, 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 that smarts.
Hold on, sorry, a kiddo's moving. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, come on. Come on. Ah. This is so cool looking now. Let's be honest. Okay. All right. Bro, just go where I need you to go. I need you to hit the thing up there. Please. Come on, man. Oh. Oh. You can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. You can make it. You can make it. Also, I feel like this is so random in like how things hit and where they go. It's so aggravating. But it's also not terrible. Oh, come on. Hit the thing. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I just need to hit that. Probably 3 or 4 times, if I had to guess. What? But he hit it. Okay. Thank you. Jeez.
That's
Louise.
it. Take the clue and put it in your inventory. Then, on to complete this mission.
Okay. Inventory.
Thank
Thank God.
Go back to the first floor, play a game, and scoop up some more invention points.
Is anything left, though? Why do I need invention points? Do I have to have invention points? Do I have to have invention points? You haven't really explained invention points. I don't remember liking this. I liked this. I don't remember anything about that.
Just knowing what's up here gives me chills. Still, I'd go anywhere and face any danger to save my fellow robots. Over there, we have the professor's observatory.
I liked the observatory.
A while ago, he caught Polly spying on the neighbors with the telescope. Boy,
that's creepy.
A long time out.
That's creepy.
An obstacle course, sort of a robot boot camp. The professor uses it to test out his new robots. Of course, I passed with flying colors when I was tested, but sometimes he comes across a robot with a few bugs that need to be worked out. If you want to go back downstairs, just click on the tram. Oh, and over there, behind those forbidding stone doors, that's where the professor stores the time machine. There's no way to open it, though, until we have all of Polly's mission clues and, of course, enough invention points. All right, we got all the mission clues. Now all we need is enough invention points. We need 1,000 total. We'll have to play some of the games on this floor to win some more points.
Oh. Okay. That's why you said invention points. Oh, I didn't know I needed 1,000 invention points. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise.
NASA has nothing over Professor Spark. Just take a look at this place. It's here that the professor conducts all his top-secret astronomical experiments. Way ahead of his time, of course. Hey, did you know that the professor landed a rocket ship on the moon years before Neil Armstrong ever set foot on it? Just kidding.
Well, there's no mission clue here, but if you want, there's a pack of invention points available. But it's not in this room. In fact, it's not even in this solar system, because I used one of Daddy's rockets to ship it into deep space.
How rich is this dude?
You won't find it by just looking around the void. You'll have to figure out exactly where to look.
Because this is a little absurd.
Space is a big place.
Well, just because I'm such a nice girl, I'll give you a teeny-weeny hint. There you go. I just sent the hint flying off toward the new black hole Daddy recently discovered.
What the frig, man?
Rescue the hint before it gets sucked up into another dimension. Then again, maybe you'll fail. Scary, huh?
Uncool.
Don't worry, we might have a chance. Professor Spark recently launched a whole series of space probes into the black hole. I think we can use it to intercept Polly's radio transmission. Just click on the telescope and we'll get started.
I feel like that's not how that works. Okay.
Is this cool or what? 1 minute we're in Professor Spark's observatory, and the next we're looking into space 300,000 light years away at a humongous black hole. See that?
Also, I love that they made the outside of the black hole purple.
Circling inside the black hole is part
Okay.
of Polly's hint.
Okay.
Once blasted out of there, it's gonna get sucked into a different dimension.
Okay.
It's one of Professor Spark's space probes. Don't worry, it's strong enough to resist the intense gravitational pull of the black hole.
Okay.
It packs laser beams powerful enough to knock Polly's radio transmission to safety.
Okay.
You can actually spin the ship by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. To shoot the ship's laser beam, press the spacebar on your keyboard.
Oh, for love of.
Transmission packet head on.
Just let me do it. Shut your mouth.
When you collect 4 radio packets, you've got Polly's entire hint, ready for unscrambling. Nice shoot. You got a radio packet. Way to maneuver. You got another radio. Great! You got another radio wave pack. Great, we have all the packets. Now we have to decode Polly's message.
No, I don't. There's another one there. That doesn't make sense.
This is the professor's alien
There was another one there.
decoding device. It comes in handy when it comes to decoding transmissions from extraterrestrial beings. The catch is, he hasn't yet found any alien transmissions to decode. Still, we can use it to read Polly's hint. I guess you can call that an alien transmission.
Well, I mean, he sent it into a black hole.
The radio transmission you intercepted from the
so
black hole.
I'm not sure that he would find anything.
What a drag.
Okay.
Polly's hint. Hey, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence.
Well, yeah.
Okay, now here's the next piece of Polly's clue.
This is way too easy. I made the days longer than nights. I made flowers grow tall in days. I think I know what this is starting to be. How did I do all these things?
I couldn't make any sense out of that, but you managed to find a real sentence. Great.
Okay.
Great. You decoded the entire hint.
I made the days longer than the nights.
Okay.
I made flowers grow
This is so weird.
And days grow warm.
This is such a weird way. Who comes up with this?
How did I do all these things?
Oh, hey,
I brought spring to ancient people.
That's not the right voice inflection.
Way to go. The hint
Thank
is
you very much.
unscrambled. Now we just have to go to the star chart and figure out where in the universe she sent our invention points.
Okay.
This is the professor's star chart. It's really like a map that shows the locations of all the billions of stars that we can see from Earth. Of course, there are.
I remember feeling like this was really complicated
in the old days,
when I was younger.
Navigate by the stars.
And it does seem a little convoluted.
Move the pointer over any of the constellations to find out their names. If you want to know more about one of the constellations, just click on it.
Pegasus is the winged horse. Neptune invented him from a scoop of white sea foam and some blood and sand. Pegasus angered the god Zeus. As a punishment, he carried thunderbolts across the sky. Scientists believe that 15,000 million years ago, all matter, energy, space... Eridanus is a mythical river that flows across the night sky. When once the son of Helios, god of the sun, steered his father's chariot too close to the earth, Zeus shot a thunderbolt out of the sky, and the son of Helios fell into the river Eridanus. The stars were formed out of a great cloud of gas, created at the birth of the universe. Stars live together in groups called galaxies. Our star, the sun, lives in a galaxy called the Milky Way. Scientists
I thought he was going to say
there are
constellations, sorry.
100,000 million other galaxies in the universe.
Okay. So, what is our clue?
The spaceship that Polly launched contains one of the mission clues or some extra invention points. We could use both of them, so use the hint you unscrambled to figure out where Polly sent the spaceship.
I made the days longer than the nights. I made flowers grow tall and days grow warm. How did I do all these things? I brought spring to ancient people. Cetus is a sea monster who in Eridanus is a mythical. Orion the Hunter is the brightest constellation in the winter sky, and in Greek, Pupus represents the stern or back of the Argo. The Argo was powered by Pyxis is a ship's compass. It guides Jason and the Argo. Carina represents the keel of Jason.
Hey, there are a lot of stars out there.
No.
Crux is the Southern Cross, and although it's the smallest of all the constellations, it was used by sailors to point to the South Pole. Centaurus is named after the mythical beast called centaurs. Centaurs were savage. Hydrus is the little cousin of Hydra. Both. Libra is the scales that ancient. Scorpio is the shape of a scorpion with its tail curved upward to. Grus is a long-necked crane. It was put in the sky by the Greek god Hermes, who believed that the crane was sacred. Delphinus is the dolphin of the heavens. Cygnus is the swan who flies through the night sky with his long neck. The star Deneb is one of the brightest stars you can see. It shines with the light of 10,000 suns. Lyra looks like a small harp called a lyre. According to Greek legend, the lyre was invented by the god Hermes. Hermes found an empty turtle shell on the ground and stretched strings across the empty shell. Hermes loved to pluck the strings of his instrument. Auriga couldn't walk, so he invented a chariot to carry. Gemini means twins. This constellation is. Cancer is the Latin.
I feel like an
name.
idiot right now.
Can you see the crab's claws? Cancer is also the dimmest constellation in the zodiac. It is almost impossible to see with the naked eye. Virgo was a beautiful young woman who in
I feel
Greek
like
mythology
so
left the
stupid
earth
right now
because
because I
humans
cannot
acted
figure
so
this out.
badly. Virgo's star, Spica, is one of the brightest stars in the sky. It shines 1,400 times brighter than the sun, but its light travels over 200 years to reach Earth. Everything in our universe, including the stars, is constantly changing. Because stars live. I made the days longer than the nights.
But I'm hearing nothing
And
about
the
any of
flowers
this.
grow tall and days grow warm. How did I do all these things? I brought spring to ancient people. The Milky Way. Cassiopeia was the wife of a king. In Greek mythology, she was punished by the sea god Poseidon for claiming she was more beautiful than the nymphs of the sea. Perseus is a hero famous in Greek mythology for killing the monster Medusa. With a head full of snakes instead of hair, Medusa was so horrible that the sight of her could turn people into stone. Andromeda was almost killed by a sea monster in Greek mythology, but luckily she was saved by the hero Perseus. Stars that are 3 times bigger than our sun die a strange death. At the end of their lives, they collapse into themselves. The force of gravity becomes so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. We call such stars. Aries looks like a powerful ram, but its stars don't twinkle brightly. Still, it was the most important constellation to ancient people. When Aries appeared in the sky just before dawn, people knew that winter was coming to an end. For thousands of years, people have charted the position.
Hear that? You must be right. And here comes a spaceship. We made contact! Great. Those invention points will come in handy. Scroll them into the inventory. We made it! We got all the clues, we've got enough invention points, now let's go into the time machine. Wow. Excuse me if I sound sort of odd, but I wasn't sure we'd make it to the time machine mission control. It's impressive, huh? This is Professor Spark's most important work to date, the time machine extraordinaire. The professor created it so he could witness the invention of anything you can think of. Just go back in time and observe. He would never meddle, not like Polly. When he finds out what she's been up to, I wouldn't be surprised if she's in for some serious time out. Now we need to figure out where we have to go in history to complete this mission. That odd-looking machine will help with that task. It's called the Wheel of Invention, and by using Polly's mission clues, we can figure out which inventor we need to find. The professor tried to ensure that not just anybody could use the time machine. You need to know something about history, science, art, a little bit of everything, really. So click on the wheel and let's get going. We finally made it! This is where we bring everything together and figure out how to find the robot that Polly sent back in time. This is the professor's Wheel of Invention. It's an obstacle to the time machine. You see, some of the robots kept wanting to travel back in time to taunt the early computers, but you can't have that. So the professor devised a little quiz that's too difficult for the robots. But hopefully it's not too difficult for you. Oh, brother. Polly's reprogrammed the wheel so it's no longer just a quiz. It's a quiz show. It seems the show's called Pollywood Squares, and you're the first contestant.
This is how you play. Answer 3 questions for each of the clues you collected. You'll find out what, when, where, and who. All the information you need to create a profile of your mission.
Once the game begins, you gotta work fast and try to answer each question on the first try. That way you'll win the time key faster and win the most points. Ready, set, okay, let's begin. Just click the on button to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids and robots of all ages, it's time to play Pollywood Squares with your telegenic host, me, Monty Monitor. Answer all the questions correctly, and you'll be sent back in time, all expenses paid, to rescue poor Cosmobot. Your first clue is a pork chop. The pork chop will show you what your mission is all about. I love pork chops, and I'm not the only one. Pork chops can be found in cuisines all around the world. Pork chops come from which farm animals? That's right. Pork chops come from pigs. So does ham and bacon. It's all pork and it comes from pigs. Pigs are the only animals besides humans whose skin can get what painful condition? You're right! Hey! Pigs get sunburns just like people. Sunburns are caused by overexposure to the powerful rays of the sun. Our sun is actually a star. It's the center of a group of heavenly bodies known as what? You did it! Yay! Another word for sun is solar. That's why they call it the solar system.
Aha! So it seems that Polly sent Cosmobot back to the time in history when the solar system was discovered. But where was that?
Your second clue is a postage stamp, and it will tell you where in the world your mission will take you. Postage stamps are a way to pay for sending letters and packages. Before postage stamps were invented, the person who received a letter had to pay for it, not the person who sent it. The postage stamp was first invented by an Englishman named Rowland Hill. What country did the English inventor of the postage stamp come from? That's right! Oh, jolly good! English people come from England, and England is part of the United Kingdom of Great Britain. Now, let's see how good you are at geography. Great Britain is located on which continent? Right! Oh, Great Britain is in Europe, the second smallest continent on Earth. What country is located in the very center of the continent of Europe? No. Correct. Yes. Poland is a large country in the center of Europe. Polish people make delicious pork sausages and dance to a unique style of music called polka. Poland's also the place where the solar system was first discovered.
Thanks, Monty. We now know that the solar system was discovered in Poland. What we don't know is when it was discovered and by whom.
The third clue is a dollar bill. It will tell you when in history the solar system was discovered. If you had $1 million bills, you'd be a millionaire. The first kid ever to earn $1 million was a famous movie star named Shirley Temple. The dollar gets its name from a coin once used in a European country, known for its mountains, castles, beer, and frankfurters. Which country was that? Wunderbar! In Germany, the coin they called a dollar was made out of a precious metal. Precious metals are metals that are not commonly found on Earth. Which of the following metals is a precious metal? That's right! Silver is a valuable precious metal that is often used for making coins. Silver was first used to make the German dollar 500 years ago. Which is the earliest year you could have used a German dollar to buy a frankfurter? That's right! In 1531, the silver coin called the dollar could have bought you plenty of German frankfurters. 1531 also happens to be the year when the solar system was discovered.
We're almost there. All we need to find out is the person in Poland who discovered the solar system in 1531.
This is your fourth and final clue. The sundial will tell you who first discovered the solar system. A sundial tells the time as a shadow moves across a surface marked with the hours of the day. The Egyptians invented the sundial 5,000 years ago, and it was one of the earliest ways of measuring time. A sundial works due to the movement of what heavenly body? No! Try again. You are correct! Ha ha! Even though the sun creates the shadow that moves across a sundial, it's really the Earth that's moving, not the sun. While the Earth spins, it also moves around the sun. What is the Earth's movement around the sun called? That's right! Ha ha! The Earth revolves around the sun. It takes 1 year to make one revolution. Who discovered that the Earth revolves around the sun? Right you are! Copernicus was the Polish astronomer who discovered the solar system in 1531. Before his discovery, people thought that everything revolved around the Earth.
Okie dokie, we got all the information we need. Now, on to the time machine. Wow, I never thought I'd see the inside of this thing. Pretty cool, huh? The professor made it clear this time machine was off limits to anyone but him. But with Polly about to send the world out of control, I think the professor would understand. That looks like our window into the past.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. I may need to
hit
ask
the
some
recall
questions
button.
of people.
It's our only chance.
This one?
Wow, we did it! Cosmobot's
Okay.
back home and the cosmos is back in order. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home. Ah, there's no place like home. Press
love
the back
that.
button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to
Is
put
that
this
this?
robot to rest.
Is that that? Oh, okay.
This is where the professor stores all his time-traveling robots. I call it the Robot Roost. Believe you me, these guys have been around the block a few times.
Okay.
Problem is, we have to get them all back from the different places and times that Polly sent them.
What the
Right now, though,
frig?
it's 1 down and 24 to go. You gotta start
Excuse
somewhere.
me?
Just let me store this robot for safekeeping. A long rest is so
That is
needed.
absurd.
Polly sent plenty more back in time, so let's start another mission.
24?
Well, good for you, Snotley.
Okay.
You rescued another one of your little friends.
I think...
How sweet. But there are more where that one came from.
Hold on.
I just hope you can rescue them in time.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory. Come on, we've come this far, but we can't save a robot unless we're on a mission.